Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Tuesday, December 15th, 2015. Black Wolf at the microphone of the Lynn-Life. We have Luce here under unusual circumstances, and of course Ra is in the back room. In the Jamie Body Mind we have Ra2, other teammates in other aspects of the physical dimension, all of us in the physical dimension and in the subatomic from the perspective of the spirit world viewers. We're going to need to continue to deal with the situation that has brought Luce down into this level. We assume that that's going to continue during this videoed portion of today's progress. And as always, the foundational intention is to do what is ours to do right now in all dimensions, to manifest the divine plan. The data clearly showing what's needed is that we provide a collective restart. Wiser minds above, having noticed that nothing happens without a deadline, they've assigned January 17th, 2017 as the deadline by which we are to provide that collective restart, and have given us a series of nested deadlines that take us from where we are in any moment to that accomplishment. Right now the next deadline is the start of winter, the winter solstice, December 21st in the eastern time zone of North America on planet Earth. With that, the videoed portion of today's effort begins. What is the assignment? The assignment is to upgrade the standards of integrity to that which will actually work to manifest the divine plan.
That's true.
And the presence who is asking me this is making the point that we aren't doing very well with that right now, and that is definitely true. The search for truth pillar has been invaded from both ends by presences who are fully aware that they... How do I know they're fully aware? I know they're fully aware because we've been making announcements.
That's true.
They're fully aware that we have had to halt our rescue efforts, rescuing presences who are attempting to hold on to aspects of truth in their experience and who are being buried under calcifications of lies.
That's true.
And we've had to stop those rescue efforts because our pillars' levels of truth and integrity are dropping to dangerous levels.
That's true.
And we can't kick up any more calcified lies into our pillar until these presences leave. They're well aware of this and they're continuing to stay. This shows zero integrity on their part. Many
That's
of them
true.
were rescued themselves from just such a cave of horrors.
That's
and
true.
they're standing in the way of us continuing to rescue others. And the other category of presences are people who come in saying, I'm very important, I'm above the rules don't apply to me, when the truth is the rules apply to all of us.
That's true.
What else do I have awareness of
That's true.
that's showing that there's lack of integrity going on? Well, for one thing, Luce's own higher soul was trying to kind of like eat him for breakfast.
That's true.
Under the philosophy that it would be good. That's not true. It was using as a pretense the philosophy that it's always good for a lower soul to be absorbed into a higher soul. But we have discovered that these higher souls are seriously devolved. Does it help the higher soul? I don't know, but it definitely is a selfish move. And it doesn't benefit the greater good. The greater good as a whole diminishes. Whether or not it's better for the higher soul, I think would depend on how the higher soul would choose to accept that transfusion or infusion of greater ability.
That's true.
If they would then choose to jump over the hurdle that they've been bouncing off of, maybe it would be better for them, but that's not the point.
That's true.
The point is what's good for the collective, what helps the greater good. Does the overall well-being rise or fall with that action?
That's true.
So to just let's all of us test. In this situation with Luce's higher soul who was trying to eat him, and Luce himself, which direction would the well-being of the greatness of the collective go if that happened?
If the higher soul ate the lower soul, the well-being of the collective would go down a lot.
A lot. Because this lower soul is on to something.
That's
He's on to
true.
something, and he's really got to burn to make it happen. And instead he's had to pack up his whole lab
That's
in
true.
short notice and like pitch it helter-skelter into the physical to get it down here.
That's true.
And now here we are, and we're not sure exactly how we're supposed to deal with this situation, but what's clear is that Luce has an opportunity to turn over a new leaf and start to choose to relate to life events such as this one with motivation.
That's true.
Rather than with excuses. All eyes are upon you right now, Luce, and what you do now will determine whether or not you're here for just a fleeting period of time or for longer.
That's true.
I feel like Luce is nodding.
Nodding. I feel nodding.
He's seen more in these last couple of days than he ever expected to see that proves that the larger aspects of soul are seriously devolved.
That's true.
Fat Asha poisoning basically thousands of Search for Truth collective members.
That's true.
That's gross, and what a mess for our Asha to have to clean up. And our Asha has risen to the challenge, as has Pan and Betty Jean.
That's true.
The three of them working to heal all those people in that kind of temporary field hospital
Yes, that's true.
set up near the base of the pillar. And this experience with his own higher souls has also opened his eyes. And we have been repeating what Ra's instructions, the real Ra's instructions, have been to all of us, is that we must continue to reach higher
That's
in the face
true.
of all this disgustingness. And the question that's helpful to us is this: how high must we reach in order to find a presence of true integrity? And Luce's energy body has the longest stretch of anybody's we have come across in any dimension in all of this time.
That's true.
And it's possible that if Luce himself actually stretched to the limit, that maybe we could connect with the presence of true integrity.
It does feel possible.
It's possible. We won't know until he tries. And if we can't, that's okay. We're still in the same place that we've been all this time, still reaching higher, 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 higher.
That's true.
So then the answer would be higher than Luce can reach.
That's true.
Right now we know it's this. It's higher than I, Black Wolf, can reach. It's higher than Real Ra can reach. It's higher than
I,
Asha,
Ra2 can reach.
higher than Asha can reach. Higher than Cosa can reach. Higher than Probe can reach. It's higher than us as a collective can reach.
That's true.
But maybe with Luce here it isn't higher than we can reach as a collective. And maybe it still is. Not stretching long is a deal breaker every bit as much as choosing excuses is a deal breaker. Choosing excuses rather than motivation as a way to relate to life events is a conceptual error.
That's true.
The standards require that we relate to life events by choosing motivation. And the standards also require structurally that we stretch as long as we can, continually reaching up higher and higher and higher and higher. And both of those standards must be met for you to stay here, Luce. We all fall into the trap of low standards. That's a big trap. We get complacent. We need people to push us. We all do.
It's the benefit of the gym. I see this place is designed for exercise.
Yes. Just like the Search for Truth pillar, it's
Exactly.
designed to support us in stretching longer and becoming presences of more and more integrity.
That's true.
To upgrade the standards of integrity.
To that which will actually work to manifest the divine plan.
Yes.
That's true.
It's a recipe, and all aspects of the formula are necessary. It isn't going to happen if we skip the yeast, so
That's
to speak.
true.
Ra2, if you're not stretching as hard as Luce is stretching, then there's no integrity in that.
That's true.
And all eyes are on Luce because we know him and we know the error patterns that he has. But you have to be working as hard as he is, or there's no integrity in that. And if you aren't going to, then why not go on that assignment to track down the Golden Ark people that are missing? And something important is supposed to have happened when we opened that ark and the golden people came out, and it hasn't happened, and
That's
those
true.
people are for the most part missing. Something's gone wrong. And I'm not saying for you to decide this now. I'm not, but for you to consider it, and consider it soon, because we need to send somebody out, and that expedition needs to leave soon.
I'm not sure who is speaking, but it seems to be a presence higher than the level that we've been communicating with. And I think I see the disconnect in Ra2's decision making.
Yes?
There's a twist
I see that.
about integrity and commitment that is tripping him up, or that he's consciously using as an excuse.
It feels like he's using it as an excuse.
That could be.
We don't need another excuse chooser here at this level.
That's true.
I think that's a disqualifying event, actually. You can't stay at this level if you're going to choose excuses.
That's true.
Ra2 is well-intentioned, a good person, a very good person, and it's hard to see his own stuff, just like with Pan, with a convenient lack of curiosity, going out the pillar and really destroying a lot, including much damage to his own energy body.
That's true.
Us ourselves seeing that fat hand grab the closing process and having a convenient lack of curiosity.
That's true.
Feeling, it'll resolve itself in some magical way somehow, rather than saying, wait a minute, what just happened? Let's fix this right now.
That's true. So Ra2, maybe instead of considering that all of the messages that you should go looking for the golden people are wrong,
just try it. Just try it. Try it. Like we said to Paul the other day. Just try it.
Just try it.
If you
starts to feel better.
Yes. And don't go alone. Call vibrationally the people and the tools who are supposed to go with you. Tools, of course, also elements of people. But when I said people, you were not considering presences who you were thinking of as tools.
That's true.
People means sentiences of all varieties.
That's true.
And everything is sentient. I think that actually it does feel easier to you, Ra2, to stay here. I think you're not acknowledging how it actually feels to go after the Golden Ark people. You feel like you have no idea where to even begin or how to even begin.
I do feel that way, that's true.
And it feels overwhelming. The way to begin is to put the channels up through all the disgustingness and say, what now, what now, what now, what now? And also consult with the rest of us who are attempting to do the same before you leave, so that you can have a workable plan in place and then move forward from there.
That's true.
It feels a lot scarier to go after the Golden Ark people.
That's true.
So consider what that feeling was and see if you can frame it more accurately. And this is how it is for all of us, to become more precise in labeling what's going on in our inner world.
That's true.
And to answer, how do I know that I'm making a wrong choice? Things start to go bad, like that little incident.
Yes, that's true.
That was definitely something going bad.
That's true.
When things start to go bad,
That's
we aren't
how we
doing.
know.
Yes, we aren't doing what we're supposed to do. Do the other thing.
That's true. Back up to before it started to go bad. And what was the decision I made right before it started to go bad?
To not go after the Golden Ark people.
Okay, so I'm going to try doing that, because right after I made that decision, it started going bad.
Right. So if you come up here, it's the best place to be, to sort out
all that, like the piles of files. That's true.
You've collected an awful lot of data, and you don't know what the answers are.
That's
and this
true.
is the clearest space we have to offer. I see Cosa and Luce kind of like meeting. It's like, oh, I've heard a lot about you.
That's
Both of
true.
them saying that.
That's true.
Heard a lot about you. Looking forward to working together.